everyone. So today I am going to be giving you guys some pet updates. So the first thing before we start I want to address is that I did take a break from YouTube for a few months just because I had a lot of schoolwork that I needed to get done, and I was just trying to get my schedule to be a little bit better. So YouTube was just not on my first priority, but I am trying to get on a better filming schedule. Anyway, getting on with the pets. The first pets that I want to talk about are Fred and George, my two dogs. We took Fred to training a few weeks ago, and he has in fact gotten better. He can now easily walk on a leash, and he doesn't really jump on people anymore, and he is completely potty trained, which is really great. The only bad thing is he does occasionally chew up something in the house, which we're trying to fix with positive reinforcement. But I do not have any updates on George. He is just doing good. He is well bonded to Freddy, and he is just living his best life. I don't really have that many updates for the rabbits either. They are almost done molting, which is really nice because the rug under their castle hide, it was black when we got it and it is now turning gray from their fur, so I do need to clean that. But I'm really excited to not have fur and fluff in my face every single time I get close to them. I do have some updates for the mice though. The mice have done very well with the bonding process. Sugar, she is completely comfortable with me. I can pet her and I can, lead her to places in the cage by just scratching my finger on those areas and she will follow it. But she does not like climbing on my hand at all, and I don't force her to because even if she doesn't want to, I don't have to force her to do anything. She is her own being, and I am completely fine with her not wanting to get on my hand. Sugar, on the other hand, is very good, and she will gladly climb up on my hand and let me pet her in the cage, and she has just done very well with the bonding process, which I wasn't expecting her to do that well because she is actually a bit more skittish than Sugar. I do have some pretty important updates on Hazel. She does have a chronic respiratory infection, which thank God it's not bad, because I was really worried that she was going to get a really bad respiratory infection like her sisters did. If you don't know, they did end up passing away from it, but she is still going on very well, and she is going to have her second birthday in a few days, which we are really excited about. But she does sneeze occasionally, and she does have red stuff on her nose, which tells me that she does in fact have a chronic respiratory infection. That is why I will not be getting her any new cage mates, just because I do not want to risk her giving them a respiratory infection, because she can in fact still give it to them, which is unfortunate, but I do not want to put any more lives at risk with this respiratory infection. As well as I have tried to free roam her for more time than I did with her sisters to have her be entertained and doing something. But I noticed about a month and a half ago, she would start sneezing uncontrollably every single time I put her in her playpen, which I would clean out because she would soil it a lot. But I just found that it was really unsafe for her to be in there, because as soon as I put her back into her cage, she was completely fine and she would stop sneezing that much, except for the occasional, sneeze every once in a while. But other than that, she's completely fine in her cage. So I just take her out to play on my hands for a little bit until she does start sneezing again, which then I do put her back in her cage. So I'm trying to figure out why she is sneezing when I put her in new areas, but I think it's just because of the new smells, and I think I may continue with just handling her in my hands, or maybe taking her on my bed, but no more hour-long free roam times. The last pet I have an update on is Angel, my Syrian hamster. He has been doing very good, no health problems, except for if you have seen my previous video, I did clean out his cage. Not completely, I just did a little bit of a larger clean that I usually do, where I kind of resurfaced some of the clean bedding, just to add a little bit of a nicer touch to it. I did keep some of his old bedding on the top as well, but every single time I would put him in his cage, he would start sneezing, so I was not sure what happened, because his bedding is almost completely dust-free and he's been living in it for so long. So I would put him in, he would start sneezing, and I would take him out and put him in his playpen until on the third time I put him in and he just did not sneeze at all, and he hasn't sneezed since, so I'm not too sure what that was. I was about to take him to the vet, but everything's good and he is really happy. I've cleaned his cage and given him new setups many times after that, because that was a pre-recording, but he has been doing good. And if you are wondering where his 24-hour long free roam setup is, it has in fact been taken away because he decided to escape, because I had it near the door, and sometimes when you would open the door, you would push I would push the playpen a little bit, so there would be a little gap that I wouldn't notice and he would escape out of it. He didn't escape into the house or anything, but he just thought it was really fun to chill with the rabbits for some reason. They were completely fine with it too, so I'm not sure what that was, but I did find him sleeping in a corner in the pet room, so he is done with the 24-hour long free roam time. I am getting another pet. I'm not going to do any hints on it because I don't want to do hints like I did for Angel and the rats. I'm just going to flat out tell you I am getting another hamster, and we will be picking her up on Saturday. That is going to be its own separate vlog, so that's not going to be in this video, but I will be picking her up on Saturday and I'm really excited to show you guys. Again, we are getting the hamster from Greta's Hamster Rescue. They're really good rescue, and we've got an Angel from them, and they make sure that you have like the proper care and stuff, which is really great. If you live in Colorado, I would definitely recommend checking it out, because it's just they have a really good system, and I think that I will continue getting hamsters from solely them now, just because they have such amazing setups for the hamsters, even for being in a rescue, which is, I think that's really amazing, and they have proper care and everything. But a few weeks ago, I did see that they had little 1-month-old baby dwarf hamsters, and I fell in love, and I asked my parents and they said that we can get one more, because I do still have the detolf that my past hamster Honeybun was in. So I am getting a female 1-month-old hybrid dwarf hamster named Pickle. I'm gonna see the cage in this video because that will be for next week's video, but I will be giving some updates on the cage on my Instagram. It is my Pawfect Mix, and I will see you guys next time for Pickle. Bye!